Hi everyone, so I'm doing this outside, so you're gonna hear planes, trees, wind, dogs drinking water. But Weston is sleeping. I just got my carpets cleaned, so I figured I'd do this outside, and that way I can enjoy the nice weather because it's so beautiful here right now. It's only like 80 degrees, and we don't have a lot of humidity up here, so it's so nice. I love it out here. Okay, so Jalen Mama and the Mommy Archives, Jessica and Jamie, they tagged me along with a whole bunch of other ladies to do the mommy scenario tag, and they made this tag up, so I'm gonna do it, so bear with me. I'm gonna try to do this quick, but I thought the tag was really fun, so let's get started. So the first question is, your kid is refusing to eat dinner. Do you stand your ground and demand they eat what you made or make something else? So I kind of like the thing of like, you eat the food that I cook. Of course, if it's something crazy and, I'm making you eat something that I'm trying for the first time, then yes, I won't make them eat it. But I'm kind of like that type of parent where I'm just like, listen, I just made this food. I'm not going to make 100 other things so that you are satisfied. I do try to give Weston a lot of options. They have those plates that are like, there's all these different sections. So I've noticed with him, if I put too many options, he will not eat what he's supposed to. So if I give him like, a chicken meal, and then I give him some rice or noodles, and then I give him like cheese, he'll eat the cheese, and that's it. So sorry, I keep looking at myself instead of the camera. I gotta, the lens, I gotta keep doing that. So I kind of do both, but I like to just give him options. But then sometimes I run into the problem of him not actually eating like the good things that I want him to eat. Not that cheese is bad, but like, I want you to eat the chicken. Like, let's be serious, right? Number 2, your kid has a meltdown in the store and nothing is calming them down. Do you leave and come back another time, or grit your teeth and finish shopping? This all depends on when it happens while I'm shopping. So if I first get there and he's having a meltdown, I will try to occupy him with food. Every time I get to Target and the grocery store, I always have snacks in my pocket or in my purse, and I always say to him, like, do you want a snack? If you want a snack, you have to sit in the cart. And up until recently, that has worked really well, and it still does work, but he is liking sitting in the cart part instead of like the seat. Or if I go to places like Target, I can just bring my stroller and he'll go in the stroller. So that has been a little bit easier. I had a freak out meltdown one time with him, and that happened while I was checking out, and I swear the person that was bringing my stuff through couldn't go any slower. Like, they were going so slow and he was freaking out. It didn't matter. He wanted to get down and walk around, and I was like, dude, you can't do that here. So luckily I was about to leave, so I didn't have to worry about leaving, but I definitely wanted to leave. And I think maybe if I have 2 kids and I'm having like double the meltdowns, I'll be piecing out of there real quick. Your kid is protesting sleep. Do you give in at 3 a.m. and get up and turn on a movie, or continue to rock them, nurse, etc., to try to get them back to sleep? I 100% will try to get them back to sleep unless they're sick. Weston has been sick one time, and I had to end up just getting up with him, turning on a movie. This was when he was like 13 or 14 months, so he's still pretty little, and I had to get up with him because he just wouldn't go back to sleep. He was just too congested, but I will try. And you guys know I co-sleep, or I bed share, and I still nurse at nighttime, so I can usually get him back to sleep with Boob. Next question. You have an appointment and no babysitter. Do you bring them with you or reschedule? You guys know this. I don't have any help out here. There's not a single family member that lives out here. I have 2 friends that I'm close to. One is my neighbor. She lives 2 doors down. But she also has a child who is almost 18 months. And, yeah. I don't have anybody. So unless Evan can take the morning off, if I schedule it for the morning, he's going to come with me. The only appointments that I've really ever had were baby related. So I don't really have to worry about like having, to schedule an appointment for something else, because most of the time I can take him with me, or Evan's going to be coming anyways. Number 6, you have 20 minutes until unexpected company arrives. Do you rush and clean up, or up your messy house, or just figure, hey, it's okay, I've got kids? I am not a neat freak. I don't think there's anything wrong with people that are like that, but I don't obsess over that kind of stuff. This is how I look at it. This is my house. If you don't like it, you don't have to come over. I do vacuum 3 times a week. I mean, I have a small place. I vacuum 3 times a week. My kitchen's always clean. I never have really dishes in the sink. My bathroom's usually, the only room that's not clean is my bedroom, but you're not going in my bedroom anyways if you're company, unless you're like a friend and we're going to go in there and chat or something. But I always keep my house relatively clean. I don't really like a messy place, and because I'm a stay-at-home mom and I just have one kid, I have a lot of time to clean, so my house stays relatively clean. So if company's going to come over, I will pick up, but I won't vacuum, I won't wash the floors, I won't do anything like that, because that's not realistic, and you're going to think that I'm this type of person that I'm really not. So I leave it kind of how it usually is. Like, I'll leave toys out and stuff, but my bathroom and my kitchen have to be clean, but they are clean all the time anyways. You're running late and only have time to do your hair or your makeup. What do you choose? My makeup, 100%. You guys barely ever see me without makeup, and if you have, you know why I wear makeup. I think I look terrible without makeup on. So my hair I can always throw up. I can do something really quick with it, so I always will do my makeup over my hair. You are at the park and another kid pushes yours. Do you intervene and correct them, or go find the child's parents? I have been at the park when my child is the one that pushes or hits. Yes, I do have that kid, and luckily I am always with him, because he's still really young, right? So I'm always with him. I'm always making sure, like, okay, you're not gonna punch this kid in the face, you're not gonna push this kid. We are definitely getting out of it. I thank God it's slowly but surely going away. But if it was the other way, I would probably correct the child, because most times the parents aren't right there. Like, unless the parent is right there, I will wait for them to say something. I find it kind of disrespectful to the parent if you try to discipline their kid. I have scenarios like that in my own life, and I would rather be the one that's disciplining them over you disciplining them, like my own child. So if I'm in a park, I'm sitting in an area where there's all these parents sitting around, and some kid hits my kid, I'll look around to see, like, where's the parent, and if the parent isn't responding, or they're not looking, or they're not there for some reason because they've walked off or whatever, if their child's older, I'll probably say, like, listen, we don't hit, do you want, like, try to kind of figure out what he wants, or she wants. Most of the time, though, I don't really have problems like that, just like in my own life that I've found. There's only one incident that actually happened at my husband's work. He had this big party, and there was a big, one of those bouncy castles that Megan had at her house, which, those things are freaking amazing. Like, I don't know why people don't have those at kids' birthdays every time they have a birthday party. They're freaking amazing. My husband's work had one, and Weston was in there, and like at Megan's, they didn't, like, at Megan's they tried to have, like, if the younger kids were going in there, mind you, they were all pretty much young, but if the younger kids were in there, it was fine. But then once you got to, like, an older age, like a 10-year-old can't be jumping in a bouncy castle that a 1-year-old was in, or a 2-year-old, and that's what kind of how this was, is at my husband's work party, and there was a little boy that was, like, kind of bullying him, like, he was, like, bouncing into him, and Weston was, like, sitting down, and my husband was like, leave him some space, like, give him some space or whatever. And then I went to the other side, and this kid went up to Weston. Weston was, like, jumping around and stuff, and the kid just pushed him and then jumped almost onto him, and we both instantly were like, hey, don't do that, that's not nice. And it was just like this quick reaction, and I wasn't really thinking of, like, the fact that I was, like, saying this to someone else's kid. It was just like, you are not going to hurt my child when you were, like, 8 years old. Like, I don't think so. So I don't know if that really makes it seem like I'll just discipline the kid. But situations like that, the child was older, a lot older, and they had no right to even be in the Jumbie Castle at that point. But yeah, I'd probably wait for the parent, and if I noticed that there was no parent around, I'd probably just, in like the most respectful way, like, you know, we don't hit, I teach him not to hit, like, what is it that you wanted? And he could just have been frustrated, right? Because when they're like almost 2, they don't really have a way of telling you. They just want to like hit and smack and get mad. So that's it. It's funny even just me thinking about these and having to do them, like tell people. It's a lot of fun. So they tagged a lot of people. So all those people, not all of them, but some of them I would have tagged. So I guess I won't really be tagging anybody because you've already been tagged. But the ones that I would have tagged would have been Baby Belly Kelly and Megan from Alley Doodles and Tam Baby. Are they on here? Let me see. Why can't I spell right now? No. So Tam Baby, I tag you. Do it. And anybody else that wants to do it. And then let me know when you post it because I want to see your responses. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It's a really beautiful Friday. My dogs are going to start barking soon. Quiet. No. So I will see you guys for my next video. Bye.